Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be doing a walking Taiwan tour of the Neihu shopping area. And the reason we're heading out there is I'm heading over to the store to go look at a new recliner for the house. It's about a 30-minute bus ride from where I'm at. It's one of the suburbs of Taipei City. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started and I'll catch up when we arrive. We're here. Alright guys, we're here in the Neihu area. One of the first things you're going to notice when we're walking through this section of town is a lot more wide open spaces than what I'm used to over in the Neihu District. Mainly this is because it's a suburb that was built way after that time when land was empty and affordable, so things are spread out. You have a lot more of your big box stores, you have big automotive dealers like Mazda, we have Mercedes-Benz here. Across the way we have a huge IKEA store, we have the Costco store, plus we have the DIY store that I'm looking for to kind of check out this recliner. So hang tight, enjoy the ride, and we'll see what I see. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's about 68 degrees and sunny. However, rain is supposed to be here this evening. So let's enjoy the weather while we can. Don't know exactly where I'm supposed to go, but I'm pretty sure what I'm looking for is in this building here. But before we head in, we'll kind of check out the neighborhood. It's an interesting building here. I'm not quite sure what this is. I might have to break out Google Maps for some reference. Looking for a smaller desk. And this building is made up of various retailers. This whole is a large chain furniture type store. Oh. The building is supposed to be all home goods related. So it looks like I have definitely come to the right spot to find a recliner. See if we can find an affordable one. This German stuff, been around since 1888. Probably outside of my budget. Don't see any recliners either. This building over here, that's the Costco building. We were in there the other day. Don't think we can get in this way. Actually, that Costco is the building up here in the front. Interesting tidbit is a good portion of the local Taiwanese arrive to Costco by bus, do their shopping, and simply take a taxi on their way home. A lot of taxi drivers hang out in the area that have small minivans because they know people have a lot of stuff and they can whisk them back to their house. Here's a better shot of the Costco building. It's 2 floors. You go in right up to the second floor, which would be more of what would be their durable goods, like their home goods and their automotive stuff and their electronics and those things that you see usually in the front of the store. And then the ground floor, or actually, yeah, the ground floor would be more all the food type items. As you can see through in the background, the buildings are much lower here. And like I said, there are a lot of single entity items. So you got like Mercedes on the ground floor and either corporate offices or in Mercedes or others above it. You have the Mazda dealer. We have IKEA in the background. We have this big parking garage. Let's go into RT-Mart, see what kind of variety store this is. These are almost like vertical malls that we're used to in the United States. We have a lot of name brands you recognize. You got Crocs, New Balance. We have a food court. Let's go check that out. That's always fun to see. You see here Mr. Donut, which basically is no longer in existence in the United States, but is very popular in Taiwan. You'll see them all over. Got a Subway. High Life is like a 7-Eleven store. Have some local store. This is some type of a steak. Here's more of a pho or a noodle type store. Now they're definitely a noodle type store. Noodles are very popular. People are under misconception that Chinese only eat rice dishes. That's one part of the culture. The other is a big noodle culture. And these are different types of like hot pots, noodle dishes. Have a bubble tea shop right here. Have another pasta shop. Pasta shops are usually a little bit different than the noodle shops. Not always, but usually. You can see here, salmon, 160. 100 NT is like $3. 60, so this is like $1.75 for salmon. $3.75. This is pork. This is some of the stuff that I would be familiar with eating. This is a pork cutlet. Generally, you just point to the number and they'll be able to order that way. So again, and here's some a little more exotic. You got some beef tripe and probably some tendon, some various other dishes. This looks like a Japanese katsu place. These are different deep fried. Yes, it's definitely Japanese. These are usually really good. This is a Japanese curry that you see here with the brown sauce and the coconut curry over here. I'll bet you those are really good. And this is a set where it's going to come with the main meal, some rice, and a soup. And they're like 230 NT, so $6-7, somewhere in that area. The pasta place has some pizza type dishes, some finger snacks, a little more traditional. See what else we have. This will be pretty good too. This is Korean. Another fish. And even though you're in the food court, there's a lot of people, you're going to find that it's always very, very clean. Some more noodle dishes. See the menu around the outside. Here we got our traditional tapenaki. You can see the prices up here, and these are generally going to be a set too, so it's going to include multiple things with your entree. And these are going to run about $9 to $12, maybe up to $15. And unlike Benihana's, where it's kind of fancy, this tends to be more of a affordable meal. They won't do a show, even though they'll cook right in front of you. Very, very popular. This is a traditional Taiwanese cuisine. All right, that's it for the food court. Hope you enjoyed that part of the tour. Let's go check out the rest of this mart here. Some sit-down restaurants. Mobile Paradise is a big chain. They have places all the way from Tokyo through to Los Angeles, through Shanghai, Bangkok, Jakarta. Real international brand. Here's some more wool cakes. I bet you they're cheaper over here. Here's some with the custard. This stuff's really good. They're 5 NT less. They're slightly cheaper. Take a look at the kitchen here. Look at those lakes. Ah, Sushi Express. I believe they're also in the United States. They're very popular. And they use the There is an upstairs, but you can't get to it from here. This is like a Gap store of Asia. I don't know where they're from, but they're very popular here in Taiwan. No matter where you go, you're going to run into a Starbucks. Well, I can't seem to find up the way to the second floor. So we're going to head on out. Second floor may only be from the parking garage. That could be a reason. Again, something that I'm not aware of in some of the other districts, but is definitely prevalent over here. the storefronts have their own parking area. You have a big scooter parking area, and then you have an area for cars. And even then, everybody still ends up parking all over because there's so many people. I've never wandered the streets over here. I've only ever been in this part of town to go to Costco. So this is new for me. I've looked at it out the window of cars or the bus, but that's all I know of the area. Today's dealer definitely looks nice. Another furniture store featuring that Hiker German brand that was established in 1988. It's definitely a premium brand based on the price tag. Looked to be very well made. We have an automotive repair shop. As you can see, we still have some vacant land in the area. In the distance, this type of space, even today, you just don't find in the district that I'm familiar with over in Danny. You can see the IKEA back there in the back. We're going to go over and check out this multi-retailer space, see if they're open and available. See if I can get across without getting killed. Looks like a flooring retailer. Looks like a Korean barbecue. This appeared to be made up of various retailers as well, furniture related. Let's stick to the city streets, not too much fun in there. Another furniture retailer. Definitely a nice building. Looks like it features a premium restaurant. Got a lot of nice cars out front. Not sure what it is. Take a look at the billboard. It's a premium steakhouse. One thing you might pick up while I'm walking the streets is, again, how much lower everything is, not nearly as tall, more laid out, and definitely a much more modern feel to the city. Now, Carrefour is definitely a mall type store. Let's go check it out. Looks like there might be 6 floors. Features a Toys R Us, Burger King, Timberland, that notorious, reminds me of a fancier IKEA. Whatever. Should be an interesting mix of retail. So here's like we're going to be on a retail kick today. I hope you enjoy this part of the tour. How do we get in? Entrance. There we go. We have registered. Definitely a huge supermarket. Certified Angus beef from America. Most likely I'll pay a premium for that. Give you an idea. Let's see the price. Showing $3.19. So that's like $9 for a pint of Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Oh, they even giving some sampling on some liquor here. Won't see that in the United States. No, I'm good. I'm good. Fish egg. Whiskey?
Whisky.
多少？
对，这个。
I guess I can gambe, huh?
这个是这个， 你喝完再给你喝。
No Chinese.
Sorry.
谢谢。OK。
这个是这个。
好，谢谢。We're trying this one right here, the doors.
来，试喝看看呢。
谢谢。Thank you. Look at that, guys. Even got a free shot of whiskey. Pretty much like a traditional grocery store. It's kind of a mixture of like a Sam's type club and like Publix back in the United States. Over in our part area, Dannon District, there are smaller markets, but most of the people tend to go to the traditional market. So we go to a fresh produce stand or a butcher shop or the wet market, a lot more traditional. However, in this part of town, it's much more in the suburbial, so you have a lot more of these big chain stores. See if we can get out of here and go up to the next floor and see what else lies ahead. All right, let's continue on. If any of you were wondering, that was Dewar's double barrel aged whiskey, 15 years. Did not get the price, but it tastes pretty good. Let's see what the third floor brings. I see some ads from some scooters. I don't know, maybe that's what we'll be buying. I'll put descriptions of links to all these locations. I'll put links to all these locations in the description below. Had to clean your hands before you come in. And this has definitely kind of a Sam's Club feel or a Walmart feel. Got some TVs, electronics. Again, this is kind of a one-stop shopping location. Yeah, Ma. Here you have major brands. You don't see them as often in the United States, but these are your ventless AC systems. So you can see over here, that is the compressor. And then this is the air handling unit, and it goes in each individual room, and they have various brands on here. It's pretty much standard AC systems in most of the buildings. Some of the newer buildings will use a more cooling tower effect. Here's something also you're going to find unique are the sizes of the refrigerators. A lot of times they're much narrower and skinnier. All these are bigger than the ones we have at our house. We have one slightly larger than that. It's probably about that size is the unit on there. Maybe not quite as tall, but it's very similar to that unit. So again, kitchens are much smaller. Space is much more of a premium. All kinds of small electronics. These are gas water, whole house water heaters. Very common here. Some tabletop grills. Maybe these are humidifiers. Not quite sure. Or air cleaners. They love air cleaners here. Here's a dish dryer. You will see these a lot too. You'll even actually see some of these may even be actual dishwashers, like some of these over here. Some washing machines. They're going to all be a little bit different style, smaller. This is a combination washer and dryer. Definitely feels like a much nicer Walmart. I assume the pricing's pretty good, but I really wouldn't know until I started checking. Got another Caucasian in here. All right, let's move up to the 4th floor. Well, heck, we even got an indoor go-kart track. They're electric power. This reminds me of the premium IKEA store. Do a quick walk through. They have another location closer to my house. I was there last week. This is one of the other chairs I was considering. It's about $75 less, but it's not real leather, so we moved on. Who said Toys for Us is gone? Still have at least one location. Let's go up to the guess they don't want carts up here. Let's see what's going on. Merry Christmas. I believe this is more of a wedding destination.